Okay, so we have game 3 of this little series. Again, access. I'm trying to do my 5 access placement games all together, or all in a row. I'm doing them a lot slower than I normally would, just to try and record these things until I understand, get better at editing the videos and such. So hopefully these aren't too painful, but I'm playing John J this time. John J, as Russia bought 2 infantry, 3 artilleries, and 1 tank. Typically that buy, along with the buy of 4 infantry and 3 artillery, are buys that are set up to counter or strafe a Ukraine tank rush, or, you know, in this area where it's dead zone, pretty much dead zoned. A lot of people subscribe to the idea that you never stack Ukraine when it's dead zone like that, and for good reason. I mean, this right here, Russia has 22 things that can hit Ukraine this turn, and then in Karelia, they have 17 things that can hit Ukraine. So normally what I like to do with Karelia is stack, like put attack with 1 and then stack an additional 5 in there. But with 17 being able to hit that, really, they're going to take it out either way, and I don't know how valuable that is to do that. But in this instance, I'm just going to go with the typical buy of 11 infantry and 2 artillery, just because I want to see how the next turn plays out. And if they push heavy into Ukraine, I have enough to work towards it, instead of trying to do anything too ridiculous where I'm, trying an early tank rush, or I got a bomber and, I have a bad C-Zone 7. So just going to go for the boring mode and do everything pretty strict by the book in terms of attacking TJ, going the 6 into C-Zone 7, attacking Karelia, and then pretty much it from this point. Most likely what I'll end up doing is I'll stack the Baltics and put the guys, maybe I'll bring a couple guys from Northwest Europe and Berlin into the Baltics, or up here into Finland. Most likely the Baltics, just having a couple guys in Finland is more than enough. And then just try and counter whatever they do there. So we're just going to go ahead and go with the basic movements. Let me just double check, make sure I didn't make a mistake here. Sometimes I will do that. It's Transjordan. Alright, so what we're going to do here is, might as well use the transport. So we'll take a couple guys from here, put them right there, bring this guy down. See, give him 1 more here, and then 2 here. Oh, actually, here, let's see. go here. Bring him up here. All the fighters. It's nice to have a great feeling when you have 6 fighters as opposed to 5. Just something about it just feels more comfortable. Leave all that there. Had a great season 7. A lot of people go back and forth with the new Northwest Europe versus France. I used to always go in Northwest Europe because it's 2 seasons to 9, 7, and 3. But in round 1, honestly, it's better to, I think now I've changed my thought process into it's better to keep France stacked because that's 4 less that UK gets for free. And it's there. I mean, maybe they go up to 3, but with 1 destroyer. So all in all, it's not really that big a deal. And if you really wanted to get crazy, you have the ability to buy on Germany's next turn. You could buy an AC, an aircraft carrier, and do a carrier drop. So you would be able to go 1, 2, 3 for the attack. And since you still own Karelia, the game assumes that it knows, and it assumes that you're going to put the aircraft carrier here, and it will only let you put it here once your fighter is up here. So then you would land it there. It's a funny thing to do. It's more valuable to do if there's a group of exposed transports that you can get away with, or maybe just like transports with a couple destroyers, and they're not expecting it, but you know, at the cost of 14. So you know, when you're doing it, you want to make sure you're doing it for the right reason and you're getting more than what it's going to cost you for that aircraft carrier, because that aircraft carrier isn't lasting very long, and could end up getting destroyed along with the fighter or 2 that end up landing on it, depending on where the rest of the Navy is in the area. So just something to consider. And I think that is all I can do for this turn. So go ahead and finish up this move and then see what UK has to do. Yeah, just making sure that I have everything in order. Okay. And doing the 11-2 is nice too, because then you have these 3 in Italy that can just go to France to help with the next bit of stacking if need be. Okay, so we're on game 3 with Johnny. This is Johnny J as allies, and we're on Japan 1. UK bought an infantry, 2 artillery, and two fighters. They attacked Transjordan, got my infantry. They backed out of Burma. They moved their fleets out instead of actually doing any attack. So, you know, that could be, it could be, they could set up to come back and drop a mini UK fleet here. But one of the things that we ended in a draw here in 7, and they left my transport. So last video, I think I mentioned I was going kind of debating between a bomber and the 11-2 buy, and I ended up going with the 11-2 instead of getting the bomber. And after leaving the transport, and they can't reach this transport with 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they can't reach it with the US or Russia. So This transport, if I had the bomber, I'd have like 82% odds, 83% odds on this. Right now, with the 6 fighters and the transports, it's only 61%. But I'm gonna go for it. It's there. It's not a smart idea, but if I get it, that's an additional 30 IPC to Germany. That's a round that UK can't buy anything, so that means I can go for turn around and go straight for India. They might get it back. I mean, and I could lose all my fighters, so I'll probably have to buy a couple of fighters and just infantry and suck it up for a second. But you know, with that influx of economy, I'll be able to get some pretty strong armor and air back next round if I do get it. And if they don't get it back somehow, because they'll just have these 2 units here that can reach, then they may just forfeit. So what I'm going to buy for this game, for this round, is the 2 transports, and then I'm going to go 2 transports, 2 infantry, and a fighter. And then let's see. Man, could really do some diabolical stuff here. I just don't want to. Part of me doesn't want to go, wants to go for Pearl Harbor to just get it out of the way. And then the other part of me wants to keep everything and really push heavy into India. But I think I can do it either way right now, especially if I can get London. So what I will do is I'll go ahead and get this buy. I'm actually going to buy, instead of a fighter, no, we'll still go with fighter. We'll see what they do after I attack, and then I can adjust my buy next round if I absolutely have to. But we'll get and 2 infantry, and then I am gonna go for this. I mean, why not? I could not go for it all and then have to deal with all of this stuff together, but with everything that they have there, I'd rather take some of it out to help a little bit. And just give myself peace of mind. Then let's do this. Then yeah, I mean, I'm sitting really nice right now, so I think that's the best thing I can do at the moment. Looks like everything. Okay, that went great. Um, now I have 4. I don't know if they're... I can't stack that here. I'm actually just going to put these on the N61 just so I can attack here with 1 or 2 if I need to, and not have them just exposed. And then just for, I mean, I don't see anything that can get there, but just for the heck of it, put that battleship with it. Just actually, and then I'll leave it out. I'll leave that one exposed. I mean, what can hit there? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that fighter could get it. I change this to actually, I don't need to because they have the destroyer there. Yeah, looks decent. All right, let's see what they do with this. I'm excited to see what Germany can get away with. All right, guys, we're in Germany 2. U.S. bought 3 fighters and a bomber. Little unconventional. They went for a C-Zone 53 with what did they go with actually? A bomber, destroyer, and 2 fighters. And they lost a submarine, so not too bad for them. They've got a ton of air, no aircraft carriers, which they'll probably get next round. And then Russia went 6 infantry, 4 artilleries, and they took Karelia, Belo, Ukraine, and Guangdong, and then moved out of Yakut. So this is absolutely not what you should do in this situation, but it's just sitting there, and I don't know. I gotta see what happens. The curiosity is gonna get me, so I'm gonna go. I'm actually going 2 bombers, and oh man, I can't even believe I'm saying that. I'm going 2 bombers and 6 infantry. And I'm gonna try and get everything that I lost back here. I'm just gonna use 1 guy to take this, to take Egypt, just to do that. I'll go 5. This is such a crazy decision-making process here. 3 and 3. Yeah, don't try this at home, kids. Gotta get through the AA gun. Gotta get through the AA gun. Come on, guys. Don't bungle me. Okay, guys. Don't bungle me. Whew.
This is Charlie. He is our 11-year-old Australian sea lion. And it's interesting because a lot of people don't realise that when the zoo is not open, we like to take them out for a walk. Hello, my big boy.
Okay, so this is amazing. Came away with 3 fighters. Wow. Came away with 3 fighters. They can't buy anything for UK this round. I'll have I got an additional 31. So I'll have 82. I'll have 82 for that next round to buy. I can just push right towards India. Yeah, this is going to be that just made it a very short game, especially with them just buying fighters and bombers like they did. Yeah, this is what a way to start off game 3. This is just fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Wow. Absolutely wow. I need to calm down just a tad, but I mean, I just had great rounds all through the whole game here. Man. I mean, I just don't even know what to really say to this. This is such good luck on the dice. I will be paying for this some point very shortly. I will tell you that. But some other game I'm going to really regret this amazing thing that just happened. But for now, I'm going to revel in it. Because just wow, guys. Okay, so we're on Japan 3, or Japan 2, sorry. This has been an interesting game. UK bought nothing because they couldn't. They attacked the United Kingdom. They got my tank and got UK back and got have a tank there. So if they're smart, they may reinforce it, but they can buy next turn. And they can also get to my transport with the U.S. bomber in western U.S. They got Egypt, which I'll take back. They attacked Burma, but they didn't get it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push everything into Burma. I'm going to take all of the free territories that I can reach. I'm going to attack Quang with 3 so that I can make sure there's 2 there to load on a transport and attack here. When it's all said and done, I'm going to take India next round, and I'll have 24 total, I think. Somewhere around 24. I counted, but I forgot. You guys may hear rain in the background, too. It's raining pretty hard here. But this is a really... I've just had a lot of opportunities in terms of unique openings here to make this game just go quite well. So what I'm going to do this round is I bought 2 bombers to add to the attack to India. And I'm going to get a transport and 1 infantry. And so, because next round I will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, all good. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's such a risk. Well, I'll get the transport anyway, just because I could go up to Alaska and annoy them there if I need to, but probably not. I mean, I don't know what I'll do with the extra transport, actually. But it's good to have one. Maybe I'll work my way towards Alaska or Australia. Or at least I can get, another unit onto a unit and an AA gun onto the mainland. We'll see. So gosh, I'm just gonna go for it. I've got the reason I'm going for this is I bought 2 bombers. The trade is not good. It's not really advised to do it, but the fact of the matter is they couldn't buy anything for UK pass round, so they don't have anything here for Russia. Russia pushed into West Russia, so their tanks can't help back up UK. There's just no way they're going to be able to have enough in India to even for me to concern myself with losing 1 bomber. And if the bomber lives and that destroyer's out and they're just so focused on trying to get to Germany, then I can go for Hawaii in 2 rounds, possibly, depending on what they do with all this stuff. But chances are that this is not going to stay in the Pacific if I get India. It just doesn't they don't have anything going on here, and it's too late for them to even think about bothering me with anything now. They should have done that. They should have did that right away. So, yeah. And I almost want to keep the tank and put it down here so I have a tank to add into the battle next round, but I'll take what I got here. And we'll go from there. So that's really all I can do at the moment. Again, this really is not the smartest move, but that's okay. And that tank is really helpful, but it's better up there. So let's go ahead and go for just one battle, 2 battles. Wow, this is really, dice are just treating me really well right now. That's awesome. Just awesome. Okay. It's here. It's here. I'll leave that up there. I did attack here. Actually, so I can get four more there. I think that this is, yeah, that's perfect. I'll leave 2 transfers there since I can take 4 with me, add that extra little hit. Get more out of it. Yeah. Got everything coming off there. Gonna pick these up. Yeah, I think that this game is gonna be over here in a couple of rounds. This will be nice. All right, guys. Okay, so we are on Germany 3, and had some interesting developments, I guess. I really don't know what the US's strategy is other than flying a ton of fighters into Moscow, possibly. US has 11 fighters right now. Their buy this past round was 4 more fighters. I'm not sure. And then they tried to take Sinking again, with 1 fighter and 1 infantry and wasn't successful, so they retreated. Or they didn't retreat, but they lost a fight infantry and they moved the other one down to Persia. This is kind of a lost cause here. And then another thing that's kind of confusing is they bought well. Russia bought 9 infantry, 1 artillery, but they went heavy into taking Ukraine back. I mean, I guess with 11 fighters on their way, that's interesting, but and then they took Belarusia back as well. So now it's Germany's turn. My transport is kind of useless, so I mean, it served its purpose. It got UK. That was cool. The US did go and help defend UK this time, so I won't be able to take it back. I've got 55% odds on that, and it doesn't make sense at this point with them having 11 fighters. It was worth it to get the money once and just to do it basically. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to buy 3 fighters, 5 tanks, and artillery, and 6 infantry, so I can fill out all 15 of my spaces. I'm going to attack Egypt, take Egypt. I'm going to push back into Ukraine and Belarusia. This round they have 10, 15, 16, 17, 21 that can attack Karelia if they want to, which I only have 8, 12, 13, or 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. Yeah, I could stack Karelia, which I'm going to move off of France because I'm going to also attack this destroyer and this transport, so they won't have anything threatening France next round. And I might as well just stack Karelia at this point because I will get India on Japan's turn this round, and they won't be able to take it back that I can tell. I might be wrong. I didn't redo the numbers, but basically this is, the march to end Moscow. I should have Moscow in 2 rounds, I think. I don't know that all 11 fighters will make it to Moscow in time. I think it'll take at least 3 rounds for some of them to get there, so yeah. So let's go ahead and see where we're at here. Oh, I guess maybe I won't. It's actually true. Might be just shy of being able to stack Karelia. Maybe not. We'll see. Yeah. Don't forget down here. Okay. I think that's it. This is kind of a rough one here, but 2, 3. Yeah. We'll go with this. A little bit thinner than I thought. I miscounted a bit, but that's okay. Well, bit interesting. Let's see what I can stack here. Oh, I guess. Why not? Actually, put those there. Then move all these guys up. Just make it harder. Or make US waste a bunch of fighters. And then actually we'll leave that there. Okay, so yeah, that looks like that's what we're gonna do here. There we go. Actually, let's see. It's down here. Do that. Just because the tank, I put the tanks down in Italy because they can move faster than dragging these 3 infantry along. The tanks will actually be effective in a couple of rounds, which they need. This one I'll need them. All right. So off to the UK. Okay, so we're on Japan's round 3. Very, I think this guy must be fairly new. Bought a IC and placed it in South Africa, and then an infantry and 2 tanks. I'm gonna just take all the free territories I can. I'm going to buy a fighter, 2 transports, and 2 infantry, 2 artillery, as opposed to getting the IC, because I may just go for, I mean, once I attack this, I'm only going to attack India with 1 battleship, 4 fighters, 3 bombers, and then I can hit it with 12 infantry and 4 artillery, because I'm going to be sending a battleship back with, I'll have a transport here, a battleship, and I'm going to send a AC and 2 fighters as well, or at least 1 fighter, so I'll attack with 5 since I'm buying the extra fighter. Or no, I will only attack with 4 so that I can attack Hawaii with 2 fighters and a bomber, and I mean, a battleship and 2 infantry, just if in case I want to. And then I'll have the other 2 transports to kind of go in whatever direction, because once I take India and then I get Hawaii, the game's over. So all of this extra stuff that this guy's doing is really useless at this point, and I don't even care about Russia. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. And I may end up, for good measure, just flying a couple fighters down here on Germany's turn. Yeah, this is a really quick and easy game. It's no stress whatsoever. Actually, take that too. Thank you. And then I think that's right. 7, 10. Okay, yeah. That's better. And if I had 2 infantry there, it'd make more sense, but yeah, I can't. That's doing too much. Okay, so here we go. Just because I want to give them more to have to kill there. Let's see. Yep. Looks like it's it for Japan. Nice. Okay, that ends game 3, my 3rd placement game. This one is against John Jay. I think it was going to end here in the next round or 2 anyway. I was going to stack France with just a few guys to hold off UK. Russia and these 2 guys weren't going to get India back, and I was going to take Hawaii on Japan's turn, so I would have held the 9 anyway, and they chose to forfeit instead, which is I mean, saves dragging the game out. So let's take a quick look and see what their former rank was out of curiosity. Looks like they're silver now through some placement games. They've made it to platinum a couple of seasons. Gold and silver last season. And then in season 11, they were platinum access gold allies. So pretty decent player. You know, some people just rush through the placement games because they don't tend to matter. And I think when I started that might have been the case in this situation as well. So looking forward to continuing the series. Hope that you guys are enjoying it, and see you next game.